All right, so yeah, I wanted to know, are you excited about the Enemy tour coming up, Enemy Radar tour?
Yes, we are. We're all excited. We're excited to be like doing a tour with new bands and including ourselves, obviously, and just touring with other people. It's always kind of good to have other people around to have fun with. But yeah, hopefully there'll be some good times ahead.
Okay, and have you had any experience of Magistrates or Heartbreak or Chapman Family before?
No, not really. I've heard I think I've heard a Magistrates track, and I've heard a Heartbreak, or kind of someone that we suggested being on the bill. So I do know a couple of their tracks. They're just like a lot of fun, but I'm not familiar with the Chapman Family, it must be said.
Okay, are you familiar with any of them personally?
No, I'm not.
No.
Not any of the bands.
Okay.
No.
And so, who else would you were you hoping to get on the bill with you? Who would you have if you could have picked it yourself?
I'd have the Knife because they never play live and I've never seen them, so I'd love that. But I don't really know. I would have. I don't know. I think it's just it's a radar tour, so it's got to be like new stuff, isn't it? So I don't know. I don't really know who I would have had. I'm not like all the stuff I like wouldn't have on the tour. I don't think, because it'd be a bit too like underground or too much electronic stuff. It'll be too samey, I think.
Okay, and have you got anything planned for the set?
Yeah, we were just working out just now actually, because we start tomorrow obviously. So we're gonna do. I think we were doing 6 songs. The last tour we did 6 or 7 songs. We're now gonna do 9, possibly 10. Sort of swapping them around. Sort of seeing what works. We're still experimenting with the set because we just added new songs and we got new mixes back and stuff, and resampled some stuff into the computer. So just see what works. And some nights we have half an hour and some nights we have 40 minutes. So it just depends on the length, how long we've got really. But yeah, we're hoping to like mix it up a bit every night. So.
Cool. And how does it feel to be number 2 this week in the charts?
Again, number 2 again. It's really good. We're just chuffed to be in even the top 20. To be honest, I was going to say the top 10, but I remember when Tony said you were in the top 20, I was like, fuck, I can't believe it. So yeah, I think we're just happy to be there at all. But hopefully holding out for the next one being a number 1. I hope.
And what do you think of the track that's kept you off the top spot?
Is it Tinchy's
Yeah,
Spider and N-Dubs? Yeah. I wouldn't say it's like my type of music. I don't think that's necessarily a shock to anyone. I don't think anyone's going to be like, oh, it's not really Larue's thing. But yeah, it's not really my thing. But it's, it's like, I don't know, kids like it.
Fair enough. And obviously the Scream remix of your track's been one of the biggest blog hits of the year, the dubstep remix. Why do you think that's so successful, that song?
It's just really epic. I think it's really nice the way he's just, especially as when we were kind of releasing the track and talking about the track, it was kind of, we were totally aware as a team that it's kind of a bit of a Marmite thing, especially with the vocal. It's quite high and whatever, and you either like it or you don't really, and we know that. And I think what's great about what he's done is that he's, rather than a lot of remixes might have done, is kind of hide the vocal a bit more or use less of the vocal. He's just, the remix is the vocal, and he's been very brave and sort of left it on its own to kind of do the talking, and you can really hear the lyrics a lot more. And I think that remix helped people connect with the original a bit more, and hear the lyrics of the original a bit more and get the vibe of it. And he just took it somewhere else, which is what a good remixer should do. Took it into another vein, and it made it get in touch with a lot of people that otherwise wouldn't have heard it. If they hadn't been, if you don't read Enemy, or you don't kind of, you're not necessarily up on like new upcoming music or whatever, and you just kind of listen to what's in the charts. That remix got out into clubs to people that, the original wouldn't have reached, I don't think. So it's been amazing for us. And I spoke to Scream last week and I just said thanks very much, because it's been like, an amazing remix. It's just legendary.
Okay, and finally, how do you feel about when people kind of lump you in with a new wave of female electro pop?
I don't think anyone likes being lumped in with anyone. Doesn't really matter what industry you are in or what you do. And I shouldn't think Florence or Little Boots or Lady Gaga or Lady Hawk particularly like it either. It's not something you set out to do when you become when you make an album or when you make a record. You want to stand out on your own. You don't ever want to be lumped in with people around you. And I think that's kind of, we've all tried to kind of stand out in our own ways, but it doesn't really matter what you do. It doesn't really matter how unique you are or what the media will always just put you together, because I don't know, maybe it's cheaper for them to like do features on 5 people rather than doing 5 separate features or whatever. I don't know, but yeah, it's kind of frustrating, but hopefully in our own ways we'll all break out and have our own personalities over the next year.
The one that you get the most is Little Boots. Are you a fan of her stuff?
To be honest, I don't really know that much of it. Like, I know Stuck on Repeat, and apart from that, I did try and listen to her new single the other day on her MySpace, and it didn't play, so my internet was being really slow and I got kind of frustrated. But yeah, I don't really know that much of it. I'm looking forward to having listened to the album, seeing what that's like when it comes out. But apart from that, I don't really know the music. But yeah, I mean, we do get compared a lot. But I don't think our music's anything like. I mean, it's electronic, obviously, which is a similarity. But I don't. We're very different as people as well, and our image and stuff. And yeah, but I think we'll both stand out from each other over the next year.
Great. Thanks a lot. I look forward to seeing you on the tour.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much.